She's back. Amber Rudd, the former Home Secretary, has rejoined the government as Work and Pensions Secretary and a much-needed ally for Theresa May in the face of opponents calling for her to go.
This is not a time for changing our leader. This is a time for pulling together, for making sure that we remember who we are here to serve, who we are here to help. That's the whole of the country. And I worry sometimes that my colleagues are too concerned about the Westminster bubble rather than keeping their eye on what our job is to serve people.
And in the middle of this picture is Stephen Barclay. This morning he was writing about 2 new tennis courts he'd open in Wisbech. This evening he is the Brexit Secretary. But Number 10 say the former Health Minister will not be negotiating with the EU. The Prime Minister will do that now. She had already been out today selling her deal, appearing on a radio phone-in this morning. Always a risk when you might get a caller asking this.
I respectfully ask you to do the right thing in the national interest and stand down to allow someone from the Brexit camp to take the lead.
In reply, he got the full sales pitch.
You mentioned sovereignty as a really important issue for you, and I think you're absolutely right. For a lot of people who voted leave, what they wanted to do is to make sure that decisions on things like who could come into this country would be taken by us here in the UK and not by Brussels. And that's exactly what the deal I've negotiated delivers.
But she seemed less certain on whether ministers could vote with their conscience on the deal.
Will the Cabinet get a free vote?
We will be, obviously, we're going to be looking at the deal when it comes back. There is Cabinet collective responsibility.
Yeah.
But she still faces defeat in the Commons over Brexit, and more Tory MPs are declaring hers is the wrong direction and submitting letters of no confidence.
I'm normally a loyalist. I'm not a natural rebel by any means. But as far as I'm concerned, the destiny of my country is literally at stake now.
The heading on his letter to Sir Graham Brady, the backbench chairman, reads, "She just doesn't listen." But 48 of these letters are needed. How close are we to a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister?
I'm sorry to say I think we're very close. The only person who knows the answer to that question is Sir Graham Brady. People say they've put their letters in when they haven't. They say they have, and then they withdraw them.
Are you confident you will get those 48 letters?
It's extremely difficult to say because it's a very high bar.
And some leading Brexiters, like Michael Gove, are even staying in the Cabinet to argue their case.
I think it's absolutely vital that we focus on getting the right deal in the future and making sure that in the areas that matter so much to the British people, we can get a good outcome.
Penny Mordaunt is also staying, although without evident enthusiasm.
Are you backing the Prime Minister?
Others were more fulsome. A bouquet arrived for the Prime Minister at lunchtime. Her supporters quietly optimistic that she can survive a confidence vote. This afternoon, the Prime Minister returned to her constituency. Her position may be a little less precarious, although her Brexit deal is still in trouble. Carl Dinn in ITV News, Westminster.